Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Jesus fucking Christ, I swear to God. Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm literally going to scream. All right. How's everybody doing? Geez, I guess we had a little 1 minute gold line right here in the NQ this morning. Good job, Bruce. Good job. I think we have some news at 10. It's not big news, but it's news. Yeah, I'm still waiting too. Hey, listen. Rome wasn't built in a day, Ian. I'm doing great, Patriot. I hit a home run this morning in gold. Like a $4,000 trade in gold this morning. So I'm doing excellent. I'm doing excellent. I'll show it to you guys in a little bit, but let's get past some of this stuff. Yeah. I started with one contract, added another, and then added another. I was intending to add a fourth, but I got too nervous. So I stuck with three contracts ultimately. I got a little nervous. So I didn't add the fourth. So apparently, like, oil's way up today. The market is down. So we're just sitting here in la la land. Here, let me bring oil over here. So oil is, there's oil right here. So oil is just basically about 2:00 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, bounced off the prior day high and just kept going. You know, I talk about these prior day highs, prior day lows, man. When price comes and and sits on them for the first time, that has a tendency to be a launching pad. So yeah, where's my chart? Oh, here's my chart. Jesus. Like, where's my chart? So again, we got some news at 10. It's not major news, but it is news that we got to be aware of. And then, of course, we have our random news that we seem to keep getting about status of the war. And then you get freaking candles like this. Zing, you know, when shit just goes crazy. Oil oil never came in the box and rotated up, so it still has across the box potential in it. Let me go. Let's kind of go. That's the only one I don't have on my accessible charts. So gold came inside the box, went across the box from the mid band, and then came inside the box, reached up to the high, collapsed down. That's the trade I took. And, you know, now it's kind of Looks like it's going to start going back up again. Well, holy cow. And look at this. Here's the prior day high. As I talked about it just a minute ago, here's the prior day high, which is crazy. So the Dow is bouncing off the prior day high. Look at that. From the bottom side. You know, like I said, it either has a tendency to push price down or has a tendency to push price up. And right now it's pushing it down over here in the Dow. I was kind of shocked to even see the prior day high in the range of this instrument. That's confusing to me, because hell, the freaking RTY is down at the low. It's down at the prior day low area. See, here's the prior day low. RTY is down in this range. Came up and out of it. Let me get a perspective on the ES. I got to get my bearings. I'm so focused on gold this morning. I got to get my bearings on these equities. It's just confusing that the Dow is up at the high and everybody else is way down low. See, here's the prior day low also. It's kind of got me a little bit perplexed here. Yep. Yeah, I'm a little bit perplexed right now. That's a very confusing morning. Somebody in the Dow must have had some good news about something. All right. I'm going to I'm going to kind of wait until we get past this 10 o'clock hour here. And the thing with the equities is, you know, I know some of you guys get bored with me. I know a lot of you get bored with me, but it's for your own good, man. I mean, there's no sense in just randomly jumping in the equities until they show you what they're going to do. So let's see here. Now the ES did a little bounce off the midband right there. Look at that. Maybe it'll go up. It doesn't have far to go. The prior day open is right there. Oof. So, I mean, some of you have talked about how it's been difficult trading lately. Well, this is an example of why. I mean, this is exactly an example of why right here. Because there's so much uncertainty going on and shit like that, the equities are just they're not expanding and contracting like they normally do. They're kind of in hold on mode. Again, I think the market wants to go long. The problem is, it can't confidently go long until the news about what's going to happen with the war finally gets resolved, which of course y'all listen to me. I've been in here talking about it. I've said it. It's not going to be as simple as people thought it was, because this IRG has absolutely nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. Their whole premise, their whole existence of controlling their people is that we are the infidel. Everybody in the world besides them is the infidel. And as soon as you negotiate with your infidel, you've just ruined the whole illusion that you're supposed to hate them. "47 years, guys. I'm old. For 47 years. I remember Ronald Reagan became president on the 444th day of the hostage crisis in Iran. And the moment he became president, they released the hostages. You know why the IRG released the hostages the moment he became president? Because Reagan did the same thing that Trump did. He says, no problem. We're just going to kill you. We're just going to kill you. 444 days these people were held hostage. And when Jimmy Carter was president. But even after they released those hostages, which was the main thing that Reagan wanted, they never honored a thing after. They're not going to. So for 47 years after, they just continued to just lie. How about negotiate with bad faith? How about that? News in 6 minutes still, folks. News in 6 minutes. News in 6 minutes. So I'm going to show us something here for a second, okay? So we came out of the box in the NQ and then rolled straight across it. Now, this is an example of across the box trade, but so let me just explain something to you, okay? I didn't take it because from watching this stuff, I prefer, just like happened in gold. Let me show you a difference, okay? Let me show you a difference here. Let me show you gold. They came out, didn't create space, came in, created space, then went back up and then rolled over. And if you'll notice on that, it's that second attempt right up here where they reach and then bam, that's it. That's it, okay? What I find with this scenario where they just stick it out and then roll back down, that's where if I go back and look over time, this is where I end up losing money because they never intended in like, you know, it's all about probabilities. They never really intended to come across the box just because they stuck their head out. They have to fake and then go is what I find becomes a better trade. So just because it sticks its head out, I don't immediately start selling it off. If I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Hey, Patriot, did you get that bottom of the box trade in oil? Back to the pivot? So anyways, that's all. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, somebody was in here yesterday talking about, I can't take these box trades. But let me tell you something. If you're taking the box trades just to take the trades, you will get your head and your ass handed to you. Got to be conservative about it. I look for the conservative scenario. Good example. Let's go over here to oil. Just see it stuck its head out. Just because it's back in doesn't mean it's crossing. Okay, so what you need for my opinion, is to go inside the box, create that space. So like when this candle right here was forming, this red one, that's what I was paying attention to because we had space here. If we'd have broke, boom, there you go. So I'm very conservative about it because you only have to be right once. You only have to be right once. I'm going to show you mine here in a minute, but I made like $4,000 on it and I'm done. I'm done for the week on my cross the box trade. I'm done for the week. I don't need to make any more money. You guys should know from watching me, I don't gamble. Trading already is gambling. I don't gamble when I trade. I try to minimize the anxiety and the risk. That was you, Alex? Yeah, okay. And Alex, these are great trades if you just learn to take the higher probability ones. That's the word I'm looking for. The higher probability ones. Rotation in, back down, space, back up, boom, gone. Like M patterns and W patterns. So the YM is trying to join its buddies, I think, but it's stuck on the prior day open. See that? It's shipping. I mean, how many times? 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's just getting punched in the head. It's trying to join the rest of the market, I think, to the downside. Yep, there you go, Lunatic. That's nice. I'm kind of just staying back until we get past 10 o'clock. Yeah, oil's trying again, Patriot. Did you get that down, Patriot? Okay, you did. Okay, good. Good trade, Patriot. Good trade, Patriot. I figured you did. I looked over and I saw it. I said, Patriot probably took that trade. See, we're starting to think alike, Patriot. All right, so news was released. Didn't seem to have any impact. I really didn't expect any impact from that news because I really think the only thing this market is concerned with right now is oil and the war. That's the only thing it's worried about. Oil and the war, which are both one and the same, to be honest with you. You all know that by now. They're all one and the same right now. If we create space right here, Patriot, and we sit on the top of that box, I should put a tab in here for oil. I haven't done that. So for everybody, so what Patriot's waiting for is space right here, sit there, and then boom. Because I'm just telling you right now, they're going to cross that box. When is the question? When is the question? The fact that the equities are going down is only helping the oil trade to go long. But again, we just be patient. Patient. Remember, the sharks and the algos, there it goes, it's gone. The sharks and the algos, they don't have to worry about patience. You do. What a turd you are today, oil. You pissed me off. It never gave me an entry. Never gave me an entry. As a matter of fact, it did everything but give me an entry because it came from a lower low here when it rolled up. Never gave me an entry. Never gave me an entry. And see, that's the stuff I just don't chase. It's not worth it. You end up getting your money stolen from you. And then you'll be trying to catch this trade just to get your money back. Ask me how I know that. Ask me how I know that. Then you become more and more desperate for that trade to work. Go ahead. Somebody ask me how I know that. So here, 92.42. Boy, it'd be really nice if this came back to here and then crossed. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. They bring this back here and then cross. All right, I'm going to kind of keep looking at come on, we need to get moving here, oil. I mean, NQ. Come on, let's get going, guys. Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere so we can start trading. This is reminding me of yesterday. I just think the equities are sitting around because they're just waiting for war news. I mean, if you think about it, which the problem with war news is it's not scheduled. It just happens. And you're on the wrong side of a trade and wham. Especially in something like gold where the slippage on the wrong side of news, you may think you're taking a $300 loss and it turns into an $800 loss. Ask me how I know that one. Ask me how I know that one. God, look at. So I just want to point this out to you that for those of you that have been around a while, lines, low. I mean, there's just no range. There's just no range here. Just no range to make any money. That is just freaking pure ugliness. Pure ugliness. Yeah, that's true too, Eddie. You are 100% correct, Eddie. Of course, I think they already know what's going to happen tomorrow. Well, they do know what's going to happen tomorrow. It just hasn't been announced. You know, they're not going to do anything about rates. You know, what's funny is, you know, what's funny is how do you lower interest rates when the market's sitting up at all-time highs? I mean, the common sense tells you that doesn't even make fucking sense. Either that or either that or there's a total 100% disconnect between the stock market and the economy. Okay? I've already told you there's a disconnect between the stock market and the economy. The stock market's sitting there at a PE ratio of 31. 31 historically is 16. There's a complete disconnect between the economy and the stock market. Why is there a disconnect between the stock market and the economy? Because the Federal Reserve keeps printing money and putting it in bonds and in the market. They have no place to put the money other than in the market. It's just total insanity. It's Alan Greenspan on freaking steroids. It's absolute insanity. It's literally asking for your country's economy to ultimately get destroyed. That's what you're doing. Come on. So right now we have the NQ rolling up, the ES is rolling up, the YM is rolling down, and the RTY is rolling down. Matter of fact, holy cow, holy shit. RTY, 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 RTY. I'm looking at a short here in the RTY. Off the prior day low, turn that thing on. Get an inside candle right here. I get sick and tired of this data shit. Let me do this. Jesus, my timer. All right, so we went through the top of the inside candle. That's a nice sign. Now roll through the bottom. Now roll through the bottom. Come on. Now roll through the bottom. There you go. Now let's go. Let's go. Go down to the low. Come on. Go down to the low. Come on. Go down to there. You go, baby. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to protect the back of the candle. Come on. I need you to roll over. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on, Chi. Come on, Chi. Just keep going. Keep going. Come on. Just keep going. Come on. Down. Come on, down. Come on. Oh, you freaking dog. Where's the follow through? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do this. We're all cheering you on. We're cheering you on. Yes, we are. Look at that. We're all cheering you on. Everybody here is cheering you on. Everybody cheer. Everybody cheer. Come on. Now, where I'm going to get in trouble is right here, because I don't know that we're going to go through it. Looking at that, looking at the YM, I don't expect it to go through it. God dang it. Shit. Come on. Just nothing. Jesus. Come on. Go down. Go, YM. I'm watching the YM up here. I need the YM to go down, down, down. Down, YM. Down. There you go. The YM's going down. Come on. Why are you not going down now, RTY? Your buddy's going down. Your buddy's going down. Your buddy's going down. Oh, you freaking piece of crap. All right, we touched up, 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 touched up. Come on, what the hell? Touched up. Come on, man. The YM is rolling down. We just need this to roll down. See, here's the YM. All right. I didn't know if it was going to get through this level, but it looks like it's going to, or it's trying to. They're both heading to their lows. Ah, this is way too stressful for something, for market just not moving. Market just not moving. Way too stressful. Come on. I lost my view of the YM. Okay, I'm going to even. Where is my YM? It's over here. Oh yeah, see the okay. So the YM went through the bottom. So we just need the RTY to do the same thing. Come on, let's go. Come on, go. Follow. Follow. Follow your big brother. Follow your big brother. Follow your big brother. Let me see what we got here. Unbelievable. Come on. Follow your big brother. Look at the YM go down. What a trooper. What a trooper. So why aren't you going? God dang, look at the YM go down. Go. Now go. Go, RTY. Just freaking go. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh, yeah. See, the YM's going to run out of gas going down, and that's going to be the end of the RTY here. Come on. There you go. Jesus. I'm stressing out. That's just too stressful. Too stressful. Now, the thing I liked is this inside candle, after we touched the prior day low, went above it, then below it. That's usually a really good sign. Which it ended up being a good sign, but come on, man. What the hell? The hell? I don't know what to do. Yeah, exactly. And here's the funny part about that YM. It's the one that had all the it's the one that had the tougher road to hoe, because it had to plow through the prior day. I mean, the overnight open and the prior day close. I'm in the one that had the cleanest setup, and it didn't freaking move. It's the trade. The tool I use is in my description, Emmanuel. I think it's in the video description. It should be. Yeah, it's in the video description. And if you use a discount code BOB, B-O-B, you get $20 off. It's not my tool, but I have a discount code for everybody in here. I need to put that in my description too. But if you use the discount code BOB, you get $20 off the instrument for, shoot, I don't remember. Snow, are you in here? I can't remember right off the top of my head. That was just truly just painful. An RTY trade like that this early in the morning shouldn't have been that difficult. No. The price went up, lunatic. You got the same price. What's the date that the discount ends off your new price? I can't remember. Sorry to bother you in the middle of trading. Until next Monday? Okay. So no, lunatic, you're fine. It's the same price. It was already discounted before when you got it. I like it because, again, like for example, in oil today, not in oil, in gold today, when we were crossing the box, I was able to use this tool. Whereas if I was in TradeSaver, once you enter, that's it. I can't use the tool again. So I have to manually trade. So like today it helped me out because I added contracts. I added 2 contracts to that trade as the trade went in my favor, and I used the tool to do it. If that makes sense. Jesus, that was painful. I like the RTY though. It's a great instrument to trade because it doesn't because it's you're not risking a lot of money to trade it. You know what I mean? Like it's a great trade for people in prop firms. I mean, a great instrument. I mean, for those of you that are in prop firms and you're sitting here watching what Jim's doing in gold or sometimes me in NQ, I don't know that I'd be doing that if you want me to tell you the truth. I don't know that I'd be doing that. What I just did in the RTY is more what you need to do. That setup was actually perfect. It's just so slow to get to target. I mean, when you get a candle, when you get a setup like that where you crossed over the prior day low, you stick a finger through it, and then you get an inside candle and you go back above it. Then, I mean, once you go below it, I mean, it's like throw the kitchen sink at it because that means they fake braked long. You got to understand what the algos are doing. They're following the people that jumped in here. So you got to understand what they're doing. The people that jumped in by just selling right here, okay, which, they've got to fix. What they have to do is they have to play a game to get them knocked out. So what they do is they let this candle form. They have them put their stops there. Then they run it up and then they run it back down. I mean, it's the dirty dog stuff. If you're understanding the dirty dog stuff that's being played, then you can figure out how to play with them. Am I making sense? And this tool right here makes it real easy for me because all I have to do is look at the candle and then I can just push the button to say, okay, I want my order at the bottom of that candle, or I want the order at the top of that candle. And I can focus on the candles versus manually putting the trade on my chart. Anyways. Getting sick. There is no 1 minute gold line in RTY. What do you mean, Bob? It's working. Well, that's true. But you got to understand, we're looking for a price to cross over from the other side of this gold line, not the red line or any of that, from this gold line right here. And we want it to create a new low. We want it to roll up into that gold line, and we want it to go down. That was the trade. When it did it again here, that was the second attempt. When it did it again here, third time. We don't do that. We look for the first attempt. This trade here was not a second attempt because it was a test at the bottom of the prior day low. Now, is it rolling down with the 9? Yeah, it is. I will tell you that. But that's not the pattern. We try to take the first after it crosses over this 1 minute gold line and then breaks a new pivot low and has a smooth pullback, then we're looking for the short. Now, is the 9 more likely to keep pushing price down? Yes. Yes. This is the first line of defense short. This is the second line of defense short, and this is the third one. Man, the market's just quiet. That is correct, Ian. It really is. And you know why that is, Ian? I said it before. They're sitting around waiting. There's going to be, somebody's going to come on TV and spew something, or somebody from the White House is going to say something, and then you're going to get that boomerang, of price. You can tell that from looking at the whole market. I mean, it literally is not doing shit. Is there a setup right here? Now, here's a potential setup. So we crossed over. We've come back up to the overnight open and the prior day close here in the YM. So there's a good chance of this rolling down off your static line, because you've come from a new recent low. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why that's probably going to work. And there it goes. And if you get lucky, it'll roll down to, like, I would say here or here. But definitely, and this is pretty good amount of profit here. So I'd possibly be looking here, depending on how it gets here. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Yeah, it's somebody was chirping about the 5 minute red line in NQ. So kind of let me elaborate on that here in a minute. So the problem with the 5 minute red line in the NQ is that here's your recent high, not here. And price came down to here. So you're not really, I mean, this is not a good pattern. Now, hold on. So if we reset, meaning because we went below it, and then we just broke this down pivot right here, and we come and sit on top of that red line, then I'd be a player. then I'd be a player. But you got to look to your left and see, how did you get here? Did you get here from here? Or did you get here from here? And you got here from here. So they brought it through. Now, hopefully they bring it up and sit it on top and then run it that way. If you're playing the red line. Now, the mid band is helping you here for sure. You're not just looking for the red line for price to get to the red line. You're looking for, how did price get to the red line? Now, this is pretty deliberate. I will give you that. Okay. But you had a pattern here. So like now, so with this NQ, see how this big down pivot, we've broken it to the long side. So that's good. So what I would like to see is this to stop, just stop. Like, just stop, just stop. Don't pull back now. Just stop. Oh, it's going to pull back anyways. All right. I wanted it to create a little space, then sit on top of that red line, but it didn't do that. We might get a big W off the mid band. So that's something else to look at right now. Let me give you that perspective. So you've gone from here to here. Then you had this up that broke that pivot back down to here. So you might get a W to the long side. I'd like it to pull back just a little more. Oh, man, it just might go now. Yeah, it just might go now. Yep, it just might go now. All right, so I'd be looking for this to go long if it breaks this top right here. There it goes. Come on. And I'd be defending this candle right here. Come back. Come back. Wow. That is ugly. That'd have been a big loss. Where's my ES? There's my ES. So what's the deal with the ES? The ES just looks like garbage. Okay, hold on here. Sit here. Just sit here. It's finally tested that line that I wanted it to go to here. Come on. Come on. Man, the whole market is just going down, except I'm hoping for this one to go up. Think about that. Oh, it just broke through there. All right. I'm not doing that. Everybody is down except the NQ. Everybody is down except the NQ. Whew, man. Good job, Nadine. What instrument did you pass? What instrument or what trade did you take? I got that part, Nadine. I got that part. What did you get it in? Please tell me the RTY. Please tell me the RTY or the ES, but probably the RTY. The RTY is the nice one today. The RTY is doing a good job today. Congratulations, Nadine. Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. Jesus. Oh boy. Oh boy, the market's going down now. Market's going down now. Jesus. It's impressive, Nadine, because it's pretty garbagey today. Reality. Holy cow. Look at this garbage. Glad I'm done with that. You want to see a screenshot of my trade today? I'll show it to you because I did take it. I changed the screen saver for the video, but this was it. So in gold, we went out of the box, came back in, we created space. Now here's two things that happened to me. We ran up, came back down, and I was in here. It came back up and took me out. Okay, so because I defended this candle right here, and I lost a few $100. Came back up, and then when it came back down again, I was in here, and then I just defended the back of that candle to get myself to break even. We rolled down, got inside the 5-minute gold line, and I added another contract here, and then I added another contract after this candle closed for the downside. And those are my three, and this was my average here. And then here's my target. That was my cross the box trade in gold this morning. So again, inside. Now it could have come inside and just run straight across and I would have missed it. I get that. But I was waiting for it to just create space. Came down, and like I said, they sucked me in here and knocked me out, took me out for a few $100, then up, then back down again. And then, as I said, once we got inside the 5-minute gold line, I took the next contract right there. And then when this candle closed, I took the next contract right there. And then bam, there we are. And those contracts, Snow Invest, were easy for me to push buttons for because of that tool. See, with Sabre, I'd have to manually be entering this trade and manually be entering that trade. Why did I add another one here? Because if the bottom of that candle broke, that meant the mid band was not going to swing back up. Does that make sense? Good job, Nadine. Good job. Now turn it into some cash. Turn it into some cash. What do we got going on here? Wow, look at the NQ go. Holy cow. Look at the NQ go. That piece of garbage crossed the box there. Never gave an entry. Crossed the box right there. Jesus. Let's see here. Oil crossed the box too. Never gave an entry. It crossed the box though. Just never gave an entry for me. Again, I like to be conservative on those trades. But oil crossed the box also. Yep. So NQ crossed the box, oil crossed the box. I think those are the only two that did. Well, and gold crossed the box. Duh. Obviously, gold crossed the box. Obviously, gold crossed the box. That's what made me money today. It was so long ago, I forgot. Yeah, so long ago, I forgot. Man. Man, the RTY. So like I said earlier, and I'm not a swing trader, so remember that. But when it got below the prior day low, look at what RTY has done. Just like the example I showed you in the pre-market, when oil got above the prior day high and it touched it, it just launched for like about $4, which is about $4,000. But the RTY did the same thing. I mean, where are the major points of pivot? This is literally one of them. That prior day low and that prior day high, man. Major points of pivot. I'm a sissy though. I only took it down to here. I'm a sissy, but there's some big money there. Someday I'll learn to take swing trades. Someday. Look at oil. So, manipulation. Why? Manipulation. Top of the box. Look at that. I mean, you can't make that stuff up. You can't make that up. I didn't draw those lines in there after the fact and go, hey, look at where we're reversed. Hey, the NQ's doing the same thing right now. Avalon, I want them all to agree. That's my ideal scenario. My ideal scenario is that NQ, ES, RTY, and YM agree on direction. That is my ideal scenario. But that doesn't always happen. So I'd like ES and NQ to agree, and I'd like RTY and YM to agree. In that order. Is it an infallible thought? Absolutely not. But the way to kind of pay attention to it is to look at the candles. Is there a correlation as the day goes on? Is there a correlation in the color of the candles and the sequence of the pattern? Doesn't have to be the same pattern, just the correlation of the color of the candles. So like you got red, green, red, like you go backwards. Right now, there's not much correlation between these two. Sometimes they're exactly the same. You got a sequence of 5 red candles in a row. You got 5 red candles in the YM. You got 3 green candles in a row. You got 3 green candles in the YM. And when those sequences are pretty much exactly the same, they don't have to be exactly the same. You will find that you will be a better trader probability-wise by a scenario setting up, for example, in the RTY, when the YM has a scenario setting up also in the same direction. Not necessarily, Avalon, because I mean, again, this is all based on what you want to do. But let me just give you an example. Right now, shit, fucking A. You had a drastically oversold market. When price moves as fast as it does in one direction, it's seeking support. That's your support. Okay, it seeks support and then it reverses. And then it exhausts itself because you can see the ES is rolling over and then it rolls back over. So no, you don't necessarily, if I'm making any sense, but the market runs in it runs and retracts. Runs and retracts. I didn't take that trade because, yes, I think the market's going down. I'm not looking to make, $200. If I'm going to get in an NQ trade, I'm looking to make $1,000. But you got to understand, when the market runs somewhere, they're seeking support. And that's where targets will be for the sharks that moved. So, for example, there were sharks. The only reason this moved as fast as it did to here is because there were sharks involved. The sharks all closed out their position right here. They're not still in it. Yeah, I see that, Ryan. I do see that. When they close out their position, they're reversing back into people with stop losses that causes price to go up. I try to stay away from those trades, but I mean, sometimes the move is so drastic, you've just got to take it. It's kind of like this oil trade. Can you see the sharks right here? Can you see the sharks right here? 1, 2, 3 huge candles. And then this is where they were going to sell out. Drove it right back to here. I look for the moment. Okay, there's some kind of news going on right now, but I look for the moments where the sharks are involved. Let me give you this, Avalon, and see and see if you can understand this. I don't look for price for the moving averages to go to price. I look for price to go to the moving average. That's a very important thing for you to try to understand. I don't look for the moving average to go to price. I got you, Nadine. I look for price to go to the moving average. Because it's those moving averages that the sharks are bouncing off of. If so, take this NQ right here. If price just stays flat right here for the next 30, 40 minutes, this moving average is going to come down here. Another 30, 40 minutes, this moving average is going to come down here. Just because that moving average came to here doesn't make anything a trade. What you want is you want price to violently go from one spot to that moving average and know that the sharks brought it there. They give you a little setup pattern with an inside candle, whatever, and then you reject it back down to here. That is once you get that, this gets so much easier. Yeah, so oil did something crazy there, didn't it, American Patriot? Yeah, oil did something crazy there. Oh, by the way, for those of you not paying attention, you know what oil decided to do? It decided to cross the box again. And now it's going to cross it again. So the sharks are in control of oil right now. The sharks are in control of oil, and they're fucking with everybody, and they're stealing their money. Oh my God, they did it again. They did it again. So they crossed here, brought it straight from here to here, and now they're bringing it straight back up. I mean, and that's where you got to, YM, good job, Nadine. YM is a great instrument to trade. RTY is a great instrument to trade. Those are great, beautiful instruments to trade. Both of those are fabulous instruments to trade. So oil is not, unless you've got, a pacemaker. And gold is the same way. But that's what I'm seeking, though, when I take these trades, Avalon, is I'm seeking to recognize the sharks are moving price. Not just your average Joe sitting in his living room, pushing buttons. I don't want to get involved with a trade when the average Joe is involved. I want to get involved when the sharks say, okay, guys, we're here and we're going there. And then when we're done going there, we're going there. And that's why in my videos, I say over and over and over again, have you seen this movie before? Because they repeat the patterns all the time. So you got two done today, Nadine. Good for you. So what I would like to see possibly happen right now, while I'm looking at the ES, I'd like to see the NQ test the bottom of that box and roll over. Right now, it's stuck at the 9 EMA. I don't trust the 9 EMA at 10:53 in the morning. I don't trust it. So I would not be taking this short here. I would be waiting for it to come here, just like it did here. Boink, boink, up. Okay, remember, support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. So let's see if we can get this to become resistance now. We've got space. We just needed to come up here. But that 9 EMA is in the way. That fucker's probably going to roll over now, aren't you? You piece of shit. Yep. Because I told you not to take it, that'll roll over. That doesn't discredit the trade, by the way. What happened here does not discredit what I'm talking about. I still believe they're going to want to take it here and test this line and then roll it over. I know Nadine's kicking butt today. Nadine's kicking butt today. I like that. Nadine's kicking butt today. I probably should have paid attention to the YM a little more myself. Probably should have paid attention to the YM today myself. I did. I mean, listen, guys, I'm impressed. I did take an RTY trade today. I haven't completely ignored the $5 instruments. Yep, I took a little RTY trade today. Oh, NQ, are you really gonna break my heart right here? All right, we're getting a little violence here. Getting a little violence. Now pay attention. Shoot.
Unknown caller.
Oh my! Hey, it's my buddy Spam. Everybody know Spam? I know she's gotten 2 today, Bruce. 2. Exactly, Wayne. Kind of gave me a little bit of hope there. I thought we were going to roll up here. But at the end of the day, folks, there is not much movement here. There is not much movement here. And so just for conversation purposes, the YM has gone, in this zone here, and it's just sitting there. I contend that that's what they're doing. They're sitting around waiting. They're sitting around waiting for news. These equities. And if positive news comes out that seems like it's real, not just BS. You'll want to be looking at your charts, because man, you'll probably be able to start making some real money. I think there's already enough negative news baked into the cake. It's a matter of positive news coming out. If I'm making sense. All right, I went through the top. So I'm looking to go through the bottom. It went through the top of this inside candle here. Let me try to blow this up a little here. Oh shit! Oh shit! I closed it out. I pushed. Sorry, I closed out the trade. I didn't mean to do that. Ah, dang it! I didn't mean to do that. Shit! I didn't mean to do that. Shit! I didn't mean to do that. Well, probably a good thing. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'd be out now. I'd be out now. Shit. That's, well, it saved me some money, but what the hell? I didn't mean to do that either. That's terrible. Yeah, I don't, Patriot, I'll probably be tomorrow. I'll probably be, looking for early morning trade. Maybe I'll start the video tomorrow. Maybe I'll start the video early tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll probably be looking for just some rotations on the boxes, for example, in gold and in oil. And then I may just shut the stream down after that. The interesting thing about tomorrow being FOMC day. No, I did not, Wayne. I totally had my mouse over here and I hit a button completely by mistake. The only thing that'll possibly put a kinker in the FOMC not being a good day is if, some war front news comes out that's really, either very positive or very negative. Because I think I truly do believe that'll override the bullshit from the FOMC. Because it's more important than the war is far more important to the market right now than those idiots at the FOMC, than their lying fairy tale stories. Yeah, but it's just, I get that. But this market really needs a resolution to the Strait of Hormuz so it can build confidence in the fact that oil is not going to be $150 a barrel. And again, that's a bigger tax. That's a bigger tax on the economy than interest rates being a half a point lower or half a point higher. That kind of bullshit. That freaking patty cake bullshit. That's my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I do think if between now and 9 o'clock tomorrow, whatever, that there's some very good news about the war, and I think there's going to be, for one main reason that many people may not be aware, but Iran can't afford to have their ports blocked any longer. They don't have any room to put their oil. And you can't just shut an oil well down without almost basically destroying it. Yeah, I'm in that one, Ian. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, my friend. I don't know if I'm going to get anything from it, but I'm in it. I'm only in it with one contract, so I'm not risking much. I am not risking much. Come on, ES. What are you doing? Exactly, Patriot. Exactly. And if their oil wells get compromised, they know, regardless of what happens in the war, they're screwed. The rest of the world will go on. Russia will just create more oil. The Saudis will just create more oil. Keep in mind, OPEC constantly is pulling back oil productions just because prices get so low. Well, that means, guess what they can do? They can ramp them back up, and Iran's going to be in a lot of trouble if their oil wells get compromised. A lot of trouble. Man, I'm having a hard time. I'm in this freaking ES short, but the problem is the NQ is patterning to go long. Come on, man. Come on, ES. Would you freaking roll over? Roll over, ES. There we go. Come on. Come on, roll over. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on here, folks. It's right there. Sorry. I forget that I just don't know if we're going to get there. Come on. Come on. There you go. Let's go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Holy shit. There we go. All right. There we go. Come on. Go, go, go. Oh, there you go. Oh, my God. Holy Pachiki. Holy Pachiki. This is a pretty nice ES trade here. 59, 49. 49.75, 49.75. Can I get 49.75? Possible. Let me see here. 49.75. That'd be a 10-pointer right there. That'd be a 10-pointer right there. That'd be a 10-pointer right there. Can I get it? I don't know. Go NQ. NQ. Keep crashing. Come on, through the floor. Come on. Come on, ES. Give me 10 points. Give me 10 points. Be lovely to get a 10-pointer in the ES today. Holy shit, that would be nice. Come on. 10-pointers. Used to be day and age. 10-pointers were completely unheard of. Come on. Come on, ES. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. What am I looking at? Ooh, God, don't do that. Damn, the NQ's gonna go back up and retest. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. My downside's looks like it needs to retest. Shoot. Shoot. I didn't want that. Come on, go. There you go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I know I'm being really greedy here. I should have already probably closed this out, but what the hell? Come on. Give me a 10-pointer. Give me a 10-pointer. Come on. Oh, not good. Come on. Give me a 10-pointer. Give me a 10-pointer, please. 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 Come on, please. Give me a 10-pointer. Come on. Come on. Roll over, damn it. Oh, shit. Damn it. Roll over. See, I pull my NQ chart over. You can see the NQ is in the same scenario right now that the that the ES is in. So they're literally sitting at the 9 EMA looking to push down. Come on, do it. Do it. Down. Push down. Do it. Do it, damn it. Come on. God dang it. Come on. Oh, go down. Go down. Okay, so the NQ just tested the bottom of the box. So the NQ could go short here. This is what we really need. We need the NQ to start going down now. We really need the NQ to go down. God damn it. Yeah, forget it. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. All right, so let me go look at the NQ. I want to show you what I'm looking at here. So, see, the NQ was coming up and reaching right here, and I knew we need this to start pushing down for the ES to go with it. And it just didn't do it. Just didn't do it for me. Just didn't do it. Once it gave up that top right there, I was like, okay, I got to be out of my ES trade too. Because they're both, see, that's an example right there, whoever was asking Avalon, of things being in sequence. You look at these candles and then you look at the ES candles, they're in sequence. They're in sequence of what's going on. And so if one's not going to agree for something, then you're going to be in trouble with the other one. Yeah, tomorrow might be a short day, Ian, because we got you know, we got Disney Fairy Tale Day, bullshit day. Uh, anyways, I think I'm going to call it a day now, man. Yes, man, you were just about to make me very, very happy, and yep, I got greedy. I got greedy on my ES trade. I'll admit it. All right, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully we get some movement that we can actually trade. Um, I don't have much optimism because of FOMC day. I mean, I really don't have much optimism. I will be honest, but I'm going to try to do I'm going to try to have the glass is half full instead of the glass is half empty mentality. By at least hoping that maybe some positive news on the war front happens and we get some movement from that. Anyways, that's about it for today. I mean, if you think about it, there really wasn't much that happened today. There really wasn't much that happened today. But I mean, Nadine passed a couple evals today. I got very fortunate to hit a cross the box trade in gold, which gave me my weekly, way more than my weekly number, and way more than my weekly goal on one trade. And the best part about that was it was one contract, and then I added. So I wasn't risking a bunch of money to have 3 contracts in gold. As a matter of fact, I was only risking money on one contract because everything else was in profit. Boom, boom, boom. All right, everybody, have a good day. I will talk to you later.